All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And on this lesson, it's pretty much going to be titled It's High Time, to wake out of sleep, pretty much. Because with everything that's going on, seeing especially what's going on with dealing with Israel out there and with Palestine, the Palestine and Israel situation, and then a new recent thing that happened out there in the Rafah camp bombing. This is showing you, the times that we living in, man. A lot of things are happening, all right, and it's a lot of these different, brothers been making videos on it. These other nations basically saying they're not rocking with it. They're going to stop having dealings with Israel, if not sanctions. They want the Netanyahu to be held accountable and everything else. All right, so you see the prophecies are speaking, man. All right, and that's just one of the main things going on. And then over here you have the in America the year, for elections to be going on and whatnot. And you see all the commotion and drama surrounding that whole, nonsense and that chaos dealing with Trump and whatnot. So things is going to be crazy, man. You can only imagine how things are about to get. All right. It's like I said, dealing with the elections, what's going on with Israel and over there. The stuff they're doing is basically like you're already declaring war, doing war crimes. That's why these other nations, they're coming up and speaking against them. All right, they're being exposed, and it's no hiding what they're doing. All right, it doesn't matter that they did that recent legislation, as far as like you can't speak against them now or mention them. Hey, you got all these other people realizing you for just who you are, man. All right, being a demon and a devil, man. All right, and the first scripture I wanted to get is Habakkuk, not Habakkuk. I'm gonna get that second, but this is Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right. So now it's high time to wake out of sleep, because you see all the stuff that's going on, man. And it makes perfect sense why Esau always want to push everything else, to occupy people or keep you distracted from what's really going on. All right. Because now is a high time to wake out of sleep, man. Things is getting ready to go down. We're living in a time where it's literally unprecedented times. The things that are going on, happening, getting ready to happen. The economically is done. All right. The civil unrest could break out any moment. The economy can crash at any moment. World War III pretty much already going on. It just ain't been, fully declared or spoken on. So you have a lot of different things taking place right now, man. And then you got Esau trying to push all the distractions as well to keep people focused and fixated on everything else outside of what's really happening, man. All right, because if people was actually looking into the news and reading different articles or looking at alternative news resources or sites, whatever, you will realize like this place is done. And with that, it's on a downward spiral, basically. Like it's inevitable as far as World War III taking place, man. All right. And the prophecies are speaking, especially if you claim to believe that you're an Israelite. All right. Your spirit should be, turned up at this point. You should be zoned in on what's happening, man. All right. And like I was mentioning earlier, I'm going to grab it real quick with Habakkuk. The point I wanted to get is further down, but I'm going to start at I'll start at verse 1. This is Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And this is why you need to it's high time to wake out of sleep, man, because you need to be standing upon your watch, paying attention to what's going on, man, because the prophecies are speaking, man. Things are taking place. A lot of things are happening, like damn near every week. Something's going down, man. especially that whole situation going on with Israel. You have to definitely be tuned into that, paying attention to what's going on, because you're seeing the prophecies regarding the other, like it speaks in Obadiah, the other nations turning against Babylon, man, turning against Esau. You seeing that taking place, and the only one that's going to be stuck riding for Esau, for Israel at the end is who? America, because everybody else going to end up saying, for f that, man. I'm not riding with y'all no more. And you're going to see that as things keep on unfolding. You're already starting to see it happen. That's why you need to be standing upon your watch, all right, paying attention, man. In verse 2, it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And these things are surely happening, man. It's not tarrying. All right, we've been speaking on the MOTB, all right, World War III, civil unrest, the economic collapse. All these things is basically right there at the doorstep. You're literally seeing it unfold in front of you. All right. That's why you have to continually be on your watch and pay attention, because prophecies are speaking. If you're the only way that you're not going to see the prophecies is because you're not watching or looking out for them at this point. Because if you're not looking, how are you going to see it? But if you're paying attention to what's going on, man, it's clear as day. All the stuff that's going on right now is clear as day that we're living in the last days. We're literally at the end of this thing, man. And Esau is being made known for being the devil that he is. All right. And these other nations are turning against him little by little. It's already been these other, Russia's been on their thing. You got the BRICS going on. But then now with the recent situation happening, like I was saying at the beginning of the video with Israel and the Rafah thing, you got more nations speaking up against it, siding with with Palestine, because it's innocent people, so-called, being being killed pretty much. All right, so it's a lot of things going on, and that's only going to cause more friction, more things to as a reaction from the actions that they're doing. You're going to see these other nations start doing more and more things, speaking out more against it. All right. So the prophecies is speaking, man. That's why it's very important to pay attention to what's happening in the news and being up to date and in the news and what's happening, across the world. Geopolitical, different things that's going on and whatnot, because a lot of prophecies is happening, man. You got the Neuralink thing going on. They pushing that even more. All right. As well as, like I said, with the Israel thing. Then you got out here with the stuff that's going on with Trump. This is the first time a president's been, had with the whole situation going on with that is like the first time something like that has ever happened. And we're just living in crazy times, man. All right. So you have to be on your watch paying attention, because the prophecies are speaking. All right. Verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." And that's right. And that's what everybody's starting to see pretty much at this point, man. You always had those small hats trying to play the victim, act all innocent, but now everybody's seeing, man, that your soul ain't right, that you're wicked, you're a demon. All right, and they seeing you for who you are. It's no more hiding it. Everybody's seeing it, and the nations is calling you out. We've been saying it, but now you having these other nations saying it as well, man. They turning against you. In verse 5, it say, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied." And that's right, man. Here it is. This devil, he already has everything he could want, but what is he doing? He can't be satisfied, man. He is as death. All right, they was already supposed to have a ceasefire or whatever, but he said, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep on pressing forward and basically doing whatever the hell he wants to." So he can never be satisfied, man. And these other nations, they seeing that. That's why they siding with, Palestine, the Palestinians and whatever, and everything. All right, they seeing that you for who you really are. All right, and continuing on, it says, "But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?" And that's what you see going on, man. These other nations are basically, they're mocking you. They're exposing you. They talking down on you because they seeing you doing the things that you're doing. And if they basically see the hypocrisy of the small hats, because if it was any one of them doing the things that they're doing, Esau would have been all in on them. He would have threw them under, like they say, the saying goes, threw them under the jail. The harshest penalty or whatever he could have did, he would be doing it to the max. But when it involves him, he has all type of excuses, all type of fake justifications, trying to justify the wickedness that he's doing. And these nations, they seeing that, and they're calling you out on it, man. They're saying, "Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long to him and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay." And that debt, and that shit is out of control at this point. It's literally impossible to pay it back. And in the past, since the last president or whatever, since Trump got in there last time up until now, that shit didn't times 4 or times 5, 10, whatever. It went up crazy fast. So it's at a point now where things is so unstable. Like they say, when all odds fail, they go to war. They ain't got no choice because the economy's done with. It ain't gonna get no better. So the only option is to go to war at this point, and they gonna just make an excuse about it or whatever justification they gonna come up with. Same thing you see in those small hats doing, saying that, oh, what we didn't mean to kill innocent people. It was an accident, a byproduct of us aiming for whatever target that they said they was aiming for, which is all BS, and everybody's calling them out on that. All right, so these nations is hip to what Esau is doing, man, and they're not falling for it no more. All right, that's why, like I said when I started off, it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. We got to pay attention to what's happening because prophecies are speaking. Things is heating up, and it's not getting any cooler, World War III is basically right here at the doorstep, and it's pretty much getting ready to go down, as well as this whole society going down and everything else, man. That's why we have to pay attention to what's happening. And I'm gonna end off with this Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's the times that we're living in, man. All right. Like I said, you measuring the time, you paying attention to what's going on. Are you seeing the signs and the prophecies taking place that you already been told about through the prophecies that's written in the scriptures, man? In verse 3, it says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and you're seeing this, man, earthquakes in diverse places as well as uproars of the people, man. Verse 4, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And that's what you see going on now, man. All right, the end is being made manifest, all right? It's being made known that we're at the end, all right? Scriptures tell you that Esau is the end of the world. Who's in rulership? Who's controlling everything that's going on? Who's pushing the issue? Who's making issues in the world? The wicked. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, aka those small hats, All right. So we're at the end of this thing, man. And that's why you see the prophecies getting ready to happen. All right, the scriptures tell us, blessed is he who gets to see the downfall of his enemies. Not quoting it verbatim, but basically, blessed is he that get to see the downfall of his enemies, man. And this is the times that we're living in. We're literally seeing the downfall of Esau and his kingdom, man. We're getting ready to see the destruction of this place, man. All right. That's why it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. Whatever, things that you go through or you dealing with, man, it's all that's getting ready to be done with, because this place is getting ready to collapse and be out of here, man. This is what we need to be focused on and tuned in on, because, hey, shit's getting ready to hit the fan. All right. Hey, with that, I'm going to wrap up and give all praises again and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom Tada Akim out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity.